Welcome, everyone. I am Tanjila, the founder of SoulSearch, and I am delighted to be here today with Dr. Jennie Hsu, who is the founder of Wellness Visions. And we are going to be speaking about the EES Scalar Wave Healing Technology. And we're also going to be having this technology available for all of you to try at the SoulSearch San Rafael Enlightenment Expo this weekend. So it's really exciting what we have planned. But just before we get started, as I mentioned, Dr. Jennie is the founder of Wellness Visions, featuring a 24-unit EESystem in Richmond, California, as part of the holistic healing services offered there. She is a lifestyle medicine physician, health and wellness coach, neurolinguistic programming master practitioner using quantum time technique and biological decoding to heal root causes of emotional and mental causes of diseases across timelines. She's also a hypnotherapist and Huna Energy healer. And as we spoke about before we got started, she is an MD. She was trained at UCSF and she had a long background in traditional medicine before coming into this quantum healing world. And you've gone very deep into this world, Dr. Jennie. So I'm really excited, one, to just hear a little bit about your story and what brought you to this place. And then two, let's talk about what is the EES scalar wave healing technology and what are some of the impacts and results that we've seen?
Wonderful. And thank you so much. I'm really honored to be here and to be speaking to your amazing audience. And yes, it is quite a journey, and there's so many people awakening right now. And I'm just part of that group of amazing souls out there who are seeing the light and seeing the path. And, I think if you had to say when it all started, I feel like there were probably synchronicities that were all through my life, but I just didn't know about that. One of the things that I realized that before I got into medical school, I said that I would dedicate my life to humanity. This was a promise to our Creator. And just imagine then what happened. Yes, I went to UCSF for medical school, did my residency training in internal medicine. I loved what I did. In terms of taking care of people, hearing their stories, really having a chance to teach many students and residents, and for many years. And also, I have a love of the sciences and had gone to UC Berkeley studying molecular cell biology, not knowing that all these things would come back together. So I, again, was in this field. I've been a physician for 24 years, but around probably 2010, I started having my awakening, went through a really challenging time in my life, and eventually led to the end of a 24-year marriage. But I came to see that was a gift. And the way I healed myself was through exercise, yoga, and meditation. I felt fantastic. And so when I did that, I realized, wow, I could do all this. And even though as a primary care physician, I always talk to people about exercise and nutrition, this was really experiencing the power of that. And, so many amazing spiritual leaders and teachers, they have had their own experience of just the depths of where their life has taken, but that challenge was the way that they actually shifted into self-awareness, higher levels of consciousness. And so I began to explore, well, I did this, how could I help more people with this? So I eventually did other training. I really focused on lifestyle medicine, which is based on the blue zones, where the people live the longest and the healthiest. And that was something I was really passionate about, because our natural state is to be healthy and whole. And when I became a health and wellness coach, and when I did my NLP training, I came to see so many of our physical ailments are actually representations of emotional and mental things that are in this lifetime, and if people are open it, past lives, and also ancestral trauma. So that is where then I was so excited to learn about this, and I became a Huna Energy healer as well. And this is based on ancient Hawaiian, Polynesian, and actually Lemurian energy work. And so I began to see all the connections, and I was still in the system, but I realized, and I had been gradual, I was just tired of seeing what the pharmaceutical insurance company was doing, and it just did not seem adequate care. So I realized I needed to leave, which I did.
When was that? What year was that where you left medicine, traditional medicine completely?
So I left in June of 2021. I
Wow.
was a professor of medicine, and so it was the end of the academic year. And I thought, well, this is my break. And so as I left, I did some of the training I mentioned, and it was wonderful. It was, again, just perfect timing. And I created Wellness Visions. And my vision with Wellness Vision was to empower people through education, coaching, and building community. Community has always been so important to me because we can help each other out. And really, as we're moving into this age of Aquarius, and it's power to the people, right? We're back. Pluto's in Capricorn for a few more months until November 19th, but we have 20 years, right? And this beautiful energy where we're going to be in a different frequency. But from that time point, so I had listened to this viral video of Dr. Sandra Rose Michael being interviewed by Jason Shirka of Unified Healing. This was May 27th, 2022. And, it was very interesting because I actually was moving back to the Bay Area, and I had lived in just central Illinois and was there at the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign for many, many years. So with all the divine timing, when I heard it, the interview, when I looked at the research, and I'm very much, oriented towards the sciences, I knew this was a thing to bring to people. And I signed up with EESystem, the Energy Enhancement System company, and Unified Healing, which is a humanitarian network of EE centers all around the world, in October of 2022, even before I tried it, because I had been just following my heart and my intuition for the few years, and I knew it was the right thing. So
So you had never actually even tried or experienced the energy enhancing system. You were just like, you were convinced immediately upon hearing about what this is. Amazing, amazing. And so then when were you able to try it, and how have you, and then how did you bring it to Richmond, California to share with others?
Right. So I actually had my first experience the month after I signed the contract in November, and it was a wonderful experience. And then I got to try another center that was open up in Roseville. It was a 24 unit, and that was also just wonderful. And I was waiting for my system and knowing that it would take up to 7 months. But what was very interesting was that I had been exploring the whole space of regenerative medicine for the past year and was really excited about it because I felt it was in line with our human potential of reversing conditions. And also, I look at longevity and youthfulness as part of health. And we know that when people are biologically younger, they are going to be in great shape. And so one of the things I had been testing was an at-home test kit, which you can look at your biological age. And so since it was a few years ago, I was chronologically 52, and I had done some baseline testing, and I meditate daily, I exercise regularly, I follow mostly a vegetarian diet, and so my biological age at baseline before I was introduced to the E system was 50, so a couple years younger. But I happened to have planned doing a test, and I noticed that my biological age went from 50 to 47 and down to 38.
Wow.
Yes.
How long did that take?
It was just a matter of actually a few months.
Really? Wow.
Yes, so I was really very interested in this result because, we're meant to live much, much longer than we're told. And
Definitely.
if you look at the Bible, there's Methuselah, who lived to 969 years. And those of you who listened to Jason Shurka and his interviews with the Light System, or TLS, of which Dr. Sandra Rose Michael is part of, he'll talk about Rabbi AA, who's over 400 years old. So, this is something that we need to wake up and just see that it isn't just what we're told, and that our potential is far more. And, I look at it from, whatever age that we're meant to live is just perfect. But if you have a desire to experience more of life, or to have many things that you want to do in this lifetime, there is a potential for someone, if they choose to really get, let's say, aligned, mind, body, and soul, to do many things to clear, especially past karma, to really elevate your consciousness. And this translates actually into quantum levels at the cellular and the DNA level, which actually the EE system greatly supports.
And that's amazing. And I think, we have, our community here at SoulSearch is dedicated to the expansion of consciousness. And that is very much related to exactly what you're speaking about: health and wellness, longevity, really moving beyond the old paradigms that we've been taught of limited age, limited wellness, and limited possibilities. Because, we're now here, like you said, in the Aquarian age, and we are moving forward into unparalleled levels of healing and technology and innovation. And with this EES scalar wave healing technology, you're really bringing through um, this incredible quantum healing that has been with us, in other forms for a long time. And now here we are at this new age, bringing these technologies forth, for our own consciousness expansion and life expansion, as you're saying. So it's really exciting, that this is what, what we have now available to us for, like you said, youthing, longevity, and also healing, healing many different diseases, illnesses, disorders. And so I'd love to hear about that as well. Just what you have seen in terms of, what is this technology exactly? How does one work with it? And what are some of the results that you've seen? I mean, obviously we've heard your results of just age, reverse aging, which is, miraculous. And I think many of us are like, how do we get involved with that? How do we start reverse aging? And, it's here, and it's now, and it's possible, and it's happening for all of us, which is exciting.
Yes, wonderful question. And really, one of the amazing things about the energy enhancement system, that, again, Dr. Sandra Rose Michael was wonderfully gifted with just the download to create this technology in 1996, was that it works to support your own healing. So the magic is really you. You come in with your intentions, you come with your path to clearing the things that you're letting go, because the EE system works on many different planes, from the physical and to the emotional, mental, and the spiritual layer. So all kind of the layers of our spiritual bodies, right? We're beings of energy. And really that's the key. Understanding that we are fundamentally just beings of energy. We are affected by the energy around us. And unfortunately, even if there is negative energy, such as the EMFs around us, we can mitigate that with something like the energy enhancement system. And so the energy enhancement system really is a scalar wave technology. And essentially, it is recreating natural frequency you find in nature, such as being at the beach, and a virgin rainforest and bring it into an environment by which, again, because we're beings of energy, we are going to assimilate with that environment around us of healthy, loving, supportive energy. And so what happens is that the scalar wave, along with other things in the E-system, which includes actually uh, color dynamic therapy. So you'll see these computer screens with many different colors. It's moving fast, slow. Basically, it's following the Fibonacci sequence and also corresponding to the colors of the chakras. There's also angelic frequencies within just the coding of the program. And so the main effect is in a room with the energy enhancement system, though actually the scalar wave energy goes out for hundreds of miles. And it is like earth acupuncture. So it's healing the land as well in an omnidirectional. Uh, so it's going to be the sky, the land, just all the energy around it. But back to how it can benefit not only people, but at our center, we have people who bring in their pets, their dogs and cats. So any living being can benefit from it. But what I've seen is just amazing, especially for people. So people have reported that, let's say they had chronic pain, whether it was maybe a matter of a few years to long term, that it has reduced the pain, reduced, let's say, their stress. So it again, it's physical to emotional. They feel much more relaxed. They have, let's say, better range of motion in joints that may have caused severe limitations for them, which is amazing. You know, for me, having seen thousands of people in my career, to not have to say, "Oh, you just take a pill." Go to physical therapy, which is, you know, the physical therapy is still wonderful. Everybody should move their body, and it's really moving energy when you're moving. But to see the transformations within hours to just days to weeks is amazing. Now, I know a lot of people might ask, well, you know, how long should I be in the system? Really, everybody has their own personal journey. So some people, we see changes within a matter of hours, as I mentioned, but some things that people have had maybe for longer time, years or decades, they may need that time to allow the energy of that to be released and completely, because part of the process at the EE centers just around the world is that you go through a detoxification process, and you're going to sometimes have an exacerbation of your existing symptoms before they go away. And so part of the process is doing a detoxification detox bath, which the E-System company actually gives us a tried and true recipe from Dr. Sandra. And another great way to detox is to go into the relax sauna. So you could do either. Actually, I had a member who did both, and she felt great. Again, you know, just to see people with these conditions that they just couldn't get any help. They sought so many healers from the allopathic side to, let's say, the alternative complementary side, acupuncturists. And, you know, that work is very valuable too. But if they haven't gotten, let's say, relief of their symptoms and their conditions, it may be something to come and explore. What we offer either at Wellness Visions or at the Energy Wave Center in Sebastopol, because we're partnering with them to bring our EE cubes to the Enlightenment Expo, and we're so excited about that and excited about the partnership with Relaxana for them to experience both the energy as well as a detox, a very simple detox process.
Exactly. And so we're really excited here at SoulSearch because we have our San Rafael Enlightenment Expo coming up this weekend. And we're actually working with Wellness Visions and the Energy Center in Sebastopol to really bring all of you the opportunity to really experience a mini session with the scalar wave healing technology. So you can come be live with the EES systems and also the relaxed saunas and have that experience and see how you feel, and also be in community where everyone is really focused on self-healing in a very expansive way and connected in that way. So we're really excited for this experience that we're going to be sharing there, and we invite all of you to come in and join us. And if you have ailments, if you have pains, if you have any type of disorders or issues that you have been facing and that you are interested in working on with the EE systems, Jennie and her team and Sebastopol team, they will be there. So you can definitely ask, questions, right, Jennie, about, what people have been working with, and you guys will give some answers and share information there as well.
Exactly. Both the Wellness Visions team, as well as the Energy Wave Center, we've seen so many fantastic results in people. And if people also want to look at the science, of which there's been many things reported, they can go to eesystem.com to look at the research, or go to Unified Healing, that's UNIFYD healing.com, to also look at the research, as well as the many testimonials. And they can do a keyword search to look for a particular condition. But the main thing is to come and just experience the energy. And a lot of people are drawn to it, they feel it. And I love how you just brought up community, because actually, because we help each other, the more people they are together under the E system, they magnify the potential for healing. So community is very key. And so Dolores Cannon actually said that when people come in a community like this, whether it's meditation or, let's say, experiencing the EE system, it is not linear, it's exponential. It's like squaring. So if you have like 5 people together, that's 5 times 5. That's the power of 25 people.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just amazing to see, again, some of the shifts that people are seeing.
Definitely. And also, some of the benefits of the EE systems, scalar waves, that you all have shared with us are amazing, because, activating stem cells, repairing DNA, increasing energy, decreasing pain, stress, inflammation, detoxification, balancing the chakras in the right and left brain hemispheres, improving brain function. So there's so many benefits. And like you mentioned, not just at the physical and emotional and mental levels, but also the spiritual and the etheric levels as well.
Yes, exactly. And yes, it works on so many levels. And what Dr. Sandra Rose Michael shared, because she might not actually tell everybody, but I've been in conversation with her over the past year and a half, and it really is an ascension chamber. It's going to activate our quantum 24th chromosome, as well as we are aware that we have 12 layers of DNA and 10 were deactivated in just the human history, and it will reactivate those layers. So yes, it's amazing that it increases the cellular charge across all your cells. And as you said, just activating the stem cells is the basis for why the youthing effect, I believe, happens. But it activates a lot of spiritual gifts. So a lot of people have a deeper connection to themselves, as well as to God, source, creator. And so I feel that that is amazing to have that experience under it, along with really the healing. The physical healing is a side effect, but we do know that the physical part of it is part of our life path to experience a condition, to learn and grow from it. And as we let go of this, where today is a especially powerful day, it's a new moon
Yes.
with the annular solar eclipse. So it's time to let go of lots of things. And if there are things in this lifetime or past lives ancestrally, it's time to let that go and bring in that new energy of potential. And what would your life be like if you just had great energy, felt like you could do really anything, and just be filled with love and joy and peace and harmony? And not only are you helping yourself, and really it's about loving yourself, but as you do that, you're going to help the collective, and we're going to shift that vibration to that new earth of just balance and harmony and peace and all the beautiful things that we know are just right now here, and it is just shifting our vibration to that.
Definitely. And I love how the divine timing works, that today is the new moon and the eclipse, because, as you mentioned, the scalar wave healing technology is an ascension chamber. It is an ascension tool here really to support us in that expansion of consciousness, expansion of awareness of ourselves, of the universe. And we do so, like you said, by letting go, by releasing, releasing these old matrices that we have been in for eons, that limit us from really reaching our superhuman potential. And now we're here at the point we are able to do that and step into that. And with this technology, there is that ability for us to begin releasing and letting go of pains that we may be holding on from, our ancestral lineage, dis-ease that we may be carrying, for ourselves, for our families, for the collective. There's so many reasons that we have physical ailments and also, emotional issues. And we at the quantum level, it can be difficult to wrap our heads really around why these things occur. But with the scalar wave technology, you don't have to unpack all of that, right? You can you can step into it, and it supports you in that transformation process. The first time I experienced the EESystems, I actually was ill, and I live in Sedona, so I went to the center there because I was like, someone was like, you should try out the EESystem. And I rarely ever get sick. I rarely ever get sick, but I think I had like some sort of flu issue. And I went there and I just sat in the energy, and definitely I felt like this relief and release. And it was beautiful. And I was like, wow, there is something happening here with the energies that allowed me to just kind of let go of this, toxicity that was running in my body, right? That was making me feel ill, sick, cold, pain, achy, and uncomfortable. And then I did it another time with a big group. We went and just had an experience at the center again in Sedona, different one in Sedona. And I was not feeling ill at the time. We went as a group just to meditate and experience the energies. And I had very profound energies, meditations coming through, visions, multidimensional communications. So very powerful experiences, really opening up those connections in a big way.
Wonderful. And it's an interdimensional portal.
Yes. Definitely, definitely. So, a lot of people come to us all the time at SoulSearch and they're like, I'm having these visions, or I'm receiving these messages or this information, or I'd love to start tapping into my intuitive abilities a bit more. And, there's many ways to be doing that. And this is also one of them. This is also one of them because that is our natural state,
Yes.
And so with this technology, we're able to reconnect and bring that through in a beautiful way, which is powerful. So Jennie, tell us a little bit about anyone that you've seen in terms of like illnesses or dis-ease, or just some of the transformations you've seen in that regard using the
Yes,
technology.
absolutely. So one of our members was a very successful professional in his field, and had to just go on disability because of severe narrowing of his cervical in his neck, the spinal canal, and had severe bilateral shoulder arthritis. And again, just couldn't really use his hands anymore. And the pain was just terrible. He was, very intelligent and knew that he needed to, sell his business and really find some way that he could be able to navigate the space. So he did have to go into disability. And anyways, his story was that, he was still in terrible pain, was using things like cannabis and other things to help mitigate his pain. However, he started coming to our center last fall, and he has now 5 to 10% of the pain. He has more range of motion in his shoulders, which is amazing. Yes, and just to see that reduction of the pain he had had for quite a number of years, it was probably closer to like something like 6, 7 years that he had been dealing with this pain. And then the other thing he noticed was that, yes, he had more energy. And the other thing was that he was, he was very healthy, ate well, exercised regularly. He lost the visceral fat around his abdomen. So that was interesting because I have another member who was a Pilates instructor, great shape in her 60s, and she also lost the weight around the middle. Both of them, they were not intentional, and yet they did. Right? It's just returning to a state of more balance in your body. But this first member, he had other benefits. He also noticed that, and this is a common thing, sexual health is very important and for everybody. And really, I know a lot of people, because this gentleman was in his 50s, he had issues with erectile dysfunction and tried Viagra. It didn't help. I used to prescribe that. And I always had concerns because they have major side effects. It can cause chest pain and other things that I would have to tell people you should go to the emergency room now. Well, again, this was a side benefit. He now has morning erections like he had in his youth. So imagine if people didn't have to take anything like Viagra or any of the other medications. They don't have to take Ozempic because a lot of people are doing that, but there are side effects from that, and it's costly. And so this is a very healthy, safe technology. Lots of safety testing has been done. And again, people may experience symptoms that are detox. And for example, there was a child who had severe seizures, grand mal seizures. And she was in the EESystem in a smaller unit, because this is a published case study, that she was in a unit of, I believe, just 4 units. And after 3 1-hour sessions, she had a major seizure that was the representation of the detox. And then she had very little seizures after that. So again, for people to understand that it's their own intentions, and yes, in this child, it may be partly her parents' intentions to help her kind of overcome a physical challenge. So it helps with autism, ADHD. It helps with a lot of neurological problems. There are people who have had major strokes. If they got into the EESystem right away, they did very well. They, were able to, let's say, walk out and be very functional, even if they had a very severe major stroke. And there are people who also report, now, we cannot claim any cures, but there are people who believe that their cancer has been just released, they're in remission because of the EESystem. Again, I or any other EESystems cannot necessarily say it'll cure anything. If your intention, because what Dr. Sandra Rose Michael says is everything that comes up physically is meant to be cleared. So that is something that everybody needs to hear. Yes. And if they're given really the right environment, because really, again, the EESystem supports this, but everybody needs to make the shift for them to, yes, release everything that they're experiencing physically, emotionally, mentally.
Exactly. Powerful. It's very powerful. And, during Jesus's time, he was able to, do these miraculous cures because he held that vibration of perfect health for the person he was with. And that's the reality. We can all do that for ourselves. Like Jesus said, everything that I do, you can do also. We can hold that vibration of perfect health, of healing, of releasing all physical ailments. And it is completely possible for all of us. And it is important, Dr. Jennie, to really be sharing that information, especially, when we are surrounded by a lot of other information that tells us it's not possible. So it's amazing you all are really sharing this. Thank you for sharing this technology with all of us and really providing this opportunity for people to experience it at the SoulSearch San Rafael Expo. And so all of you, like we mentioned, Dr. Jennie has her own Wellness Visions EE Systems Center in Richmond. Deborah Giusti and Jeffrey Edelstein, who'll also be there in San Rafael with us. They have their own Energy Wave Healing Center in Sebastopol. So, two amazing centers here in the Bay Area that you can actually go to, depending on where you're located and what's convenient for you, to do ongoing sessions with the system. But for all of you to be able to experience it in person, feel the energy, see the machines, see how this operates. We invite all of you to come this weekend, October 5th and 6th, to the SoulSearch San Rafael Enlightenment Expo. We'll be there all day, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Saturday and Sunday. And it's free to attend if you register in advance. And Dr. Jennie and Deborah and Jeffrey and their centers are so generous in offering free sessions for all of you, as well as the relaxed saunas. So this is an opportunity for you all to come, to experience the energies, experience the healing that is possible for all of us. It's really powerful. And Dr. Jennie, you're actually giving a talk. So if you want to go deeper into all of this, and we only got to scratch the surface with you today, but you're giving a talk on Sunday, October 6th at 11 a.m. about the science and power of self-healing, and really speaking about the EE system and how it accelerates your own body's ability to heal yourself. And you want to share anything more about the talk and what you'll be speaking about there on Sunday?
Oh, yes, thank you so much. I'm, yes, delighted to share more information. It's at 11 a.m. And really, this information that I'm offering, this is a free presentation on Sunday, that this is just, again, some pearls of wisdom that come from whether it's the blue zones to the E system and what the potential is for you to really have a shift. As what Tanjila said earlier, it's a shift in paradigm, but it starts with you and recognizing that you have that potential of shifting things. And yes, it may take some steps, and we're here to support you in whether it is I work with people one-on-one doing lifestyle medicine consultations, and also just as a health and wellness coach and as an energy healer. But we also have many events at our center, also at Energy Wave Center. So we do overnights, we have sound healing, we have movie nights. So a lot of things that people come to our centers to be part of a community. I just love seeing the people come. Not only are they having amazing transformations, but they're enjoying our events and really connecting. Because what I find is that a lot of people, they're awake, and for a lot of people, they might feel very lonely, but it is wonderful to come to the Enlightenment Expo or to our centers to connect with people who can understand your journey and be there to just support you and guide you. And we both, centers, I've been to the Energy Wave Center in Sebastopol, and Deborah and Jeffrey are wonderful. And so is Gabrielle, their manager, and our team here, our managers, Sylv and Alexis, and also our front desk ladies, our Malini and Mimi. They're very nurturing, and we're here to just be there for wherever you are on your path.
Beautiful, beautiful. Exactly. And that's what we also say at SoulSearch. Wherever you are on your path, wherever you are on your awakening journey, your spiritual journey, healing journey, transformation journey, we are here to support you. And so we really invite all of you to come to the expo, to meet Dr. Jennie, Deborah, Jeffrey, their wonderful teams. And, bring your questions, bring your personal health concerns, bring the issues that you've been dealing and ask, because that's what our experts that we bring together at the SoulSearch Expos are for. They're here to support you wherever you are, whatever you're dealing with. No question is off the table. You can bring everything, be your true authentic self. You never have to hold back. And I think that's what people always say when they come to our expos. They're like, wow, like I can just be myself. And yes, you can be yourself, and you can ask the questions, and you can let go of what you've been told, and begin to reconnect to who you truly are and the truth within and the healing power within. So we're really excited to have all of you join us. So definitely come by. As you can see, I have the link right below to register. It's free to attend if you register in advance, because we want to have all of you there in support of your healing and wellness and ascension. And you just go to soulsearch.io /San Rafael Expo to register, and just come, and we'll be there all 2 days. Experience the amazing healers, practitioners, channels, mediums. We have a lot of experiences, starting with a 10 a.m. Reiki infused sound bath. We have channeling with Yeshua and Mary Magdalene. We have quantum healing, so many amazing talks and workshops, including Dr. Jennie's talk at 11 a.m. on Sunday. So come experience all of that magic with us. And Jennie, we're so excited to have you all there and to have the EES scalar wave healing technology and the relaxanas with us this whole weekend. It's going to be amazing.
Yes, I'm looking forward. I'm so grateful to SoulSearch for offering the platform for the EESystem as well as Relaxana, just to share this amazing technology with everybody. And yes, excited to connect with all those who come. So I really am welcome to, yes, hearing all the questions. And I find that I learn so much from other people. And I'm sure I know the speakers there are all going to be amazing as well. So thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Jennie, for your time and for taking us a little bit through your journey, as well as helping us explore this technology. And now it's up to all of you to continue. Come dive in with us this weekend. We're excited to see all of you there in San Rafael at the San Rafael Embassy Suites this Saturday and Sunday. So thank you so much to all, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. Love and blessings to everyone, and looking forward to seeing everyone this weekend. And thank you so much, Dr. Jennie, for your time. Excited to be with you and your team, and Deborah and Jeffrey and their teams as well. And excited to experience more of the EES system technology myself.
Yes, exactly. Wonderful.
Right.
Thank you. Sending lots
Thank
of
you
love
so much.
to everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sending lots of love to everyone, and take care. And we'll see you guys soon.